Dramatists Guild was once described as a promise that playwrights everywhere make to each other. I think that's an accurate way to describe it. It is an organization that brings together playwrights from all across the country, and by bringing them together as a community and aggressively representing their interests, it gives them a chance to reinforce the problems that each of them faces individually. The Guild's been in business for 100 years, and when you look back at the people who have served on the council, it's astonishing. I mean, it's a who's who of the great playwrights in American history.
If someone said to you, would you like to join a club that includes Stephen Sondheim and Christopher Durang and Arthur Lawrence and Marcia Norman and Lee Adams and Charles Strauss and dozens of other amazing people, would you like to join that club? Yes, you would. That club is the Dramatists Guild.
The Guild can get these amazing people in a room and they're going to comment on new work. How great is that?
Well, it really makes you a part of things, and it really is taking your dreams and making them very real.
The Dramatists Guild, I think, gets you thinking in terms of building relationships and, going out and seeing people's work and being in the room and showing some face,
Writing is really solitary. The process of writing can be very lonely, and so I think the idea of a collective to which playwrights can all belong that's just psychologically important.
There's a camaraderie about joining the Guild and being part of it. You are part of a movement that's larger than yourself.
I think that the way to do a story like this is to write knock 'em dead songs.
Yeah.
I think for young emerging writers, it's really important to be part of a community, because I think starting out you can feel very alone and not really know how to make a career in the theater. So it's really useful to get to know playwrights who've been doing it a lot longer than you and can give you really good concrete advice and steps to take.
There's something about just having the clubhouse card, so people can say, oh, you're a writer? Do you have a show on Broadway? And you can say, no, I don't, but I am a member of the Guild and I am recognized and this is what I have been doing. It just makes you a part of something larger.
It really keeps you in touch with everyone, and I think that's essential for somebody who's, just starting out in theater, wherever it may be.
It is absolutely community, and it is sustenance for your artistic spirit.
The Guild, particularly in the last couple of years, has really blossomed as a place where playwrights can come for a vast array of resources and programming. It feels as though the Guild catapulted itself into the 21st century. The most obvious example of that is this absolutely vibrant website, which gathers together virtually all the information that a playwright needs. It's sort of one-stop shopping for a playwright, and there's nothing else like it.
The Dramatists Guild has been a wonderful resource in my life, from the Dramatist magazine, which I get bi-monthly, to the panels and the mentorships that they provide. I have been able to see for the last few years firsthand how the Dramatists Guild advocates for playwrights throughout the country, and it's been absolutely astonishing.
The Dramatists Guild is such an incredible resource and wealth of information, and there's just such an incredible community of playwrights behind it.
I'm a big admirer of the Dramatist, which is one of their publications. It's really neat to know that there's a publication that's out there just for playwrights. But the Bill of Rights actually, it's so easily accessible to us as well because it's on the website. It has informed me about information that I would not even have known about.
So yeah, I've used the Dramatists Guild website quite a bit. You can read or see previous interviews from people who have gone through everything, so you're not constantly reinventing the wheel.
So I urge you to consider that. What is something that the audience knows that the character doesn't, or that the character is trying to hide?
On the business side, I think the most valuable service that the Guild provides is to playwrights who are not represented by agents, not represented by lawyers, just entering the profession. The legal staff here is first rate, and they provide playwrights who otherwise cannot get information about what their rights are and what kind of contracts they ought to sign from any place else. This is where they come. This is where that information is available.
Theater is one of the last bastions where the writer has control, has power over his baby, and that's largely because of the Guild.
I know from my own experience how comforting it has been, being basically a non-aggressive person, to be able to say to a producer, gee, I would really like to help you out in that and give you all of my earnings, but my Guild won't let me.
Moss Hart said it best. The writer is the person who was there when the paper was white. The theater is the only place that I know where the writer can control her work. The Dramatists Guild exists to protect that right.
Any playwright who doesn't belong to the Dramatists Guild is a damn fool, because it's the only protecting organization we have that tells us how to fight against these forces of darkness, and will protect us and will help us retain our integrity.
There's going to be a time in your life as a playwright you'll be so glad that you have the support, the experience, the savvy of the Guild behind you, and its tenacity and its ironclad recognition of the fact that it all begins and ends with the writer.